Holy shit. Feels like I just woke up from a coma.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I feel like someone beat me over the head with a chair and I was out for like a whole week.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking. That's crazy. I mean, we've always had this audio quality on the podcast. Always, and we always will.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been out for a whole week. What happened with Fire Force? Did he beat the evil lady?
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything just kind of skipped ahead a week. I don't know.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, it's all the episodes. They're just everything for what it must be. Just a weird Japanese trend where they're skipping.
Why are they on a train in Case Files?
To get to the other side.
Anyway, this is the Protagonist scene. I'm Alex. I'm back.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I haven't been caught yet. Got him.
We talk about anime if you're new here.
Seasonal anime.
Yeah, specifically. Sometimes not seasonal. Or sometimes we just go off on tangents.
We'll just go off on tangents about non-seasonal anime for basically no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, it's for some reason specifically either the slice of life shows or the cute girls doing cute things show that like make us bring up a whole slew of other topics.
It's because there's so much stuff in there that just connects to our real life, so we just bring up other anime that doesn't connect to our real life, so we don't have to get that real.
Yeah. If I wasn't lazy, I would like put up a counter in like the corner of all like the anytime we go off topic
tangent counter
or like other anime we bring up.
That'd be good.
Because I'll do it. I'll do it this week. Just you watch me.
Well, now we have to make sure that this week's bit is that we reference one specific anime in every show multiple times.
Yeah, every show we have to reference another show, which won't be hard with the first one because Lord Elmalloy, Case Files. We are going to reference all the other Fate shit anyway.
I can't think of any shows that I would reference with this one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, but I don't know what else they could be from.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just a kooky cast of characters that just kind of shows up.
Like Klaus, I've never seen him before.
Yeah, who knows?
Never seen Edafelt before. Never seen.
Who's Olga Marie Animasphere? Who's that?
Yeah, never seen any of these people.
I don't know.
Yeah, so this one's gonna be the hard one. I don't think we can reference any other show with this one.
Kairi? I don't know who Kairi is.
Yes, Sisigo or Shishigo.
Shishimi.
Yeah, I don't know. None of these people. None of them ringing a bell.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like them. I like them. This show is cool. So last week, what totally did not happen was that a woman who can see into the future had her head cut off. But that didn't happen, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, basically her head's gone, and Olga's freaking out, of course, because this is her traveling companion.
No matter what continuity it is, bad shit just happens to Olga Marie.
I mean, granted, this isn't as bad as what happens to her in the FGO timeline.
It's not. That's a pretty hard one.
That's referencing a game, so that
doesn't count.
Yeah.
Counter, you calm down. You calm your ass down, Counter.
Yeah, we didn't reference the fact that we're getting a FGO anime next season. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh, even though it's gonna be super cool.
Oh,
get ready for us to watch that.
Yeah, get ready for us to watch more.
Get ready for us to watch more Fate.
So you like Gilgamesh, eh? Gilgamesh, see?
I heard you like Gil, kid. You like Gil?
How about some of that Enkidu?
You know what everyone really likes? They really like Enkidu.
Do you want to see Animated Dick Wizard? Animated Dick Wizard's coming.
The Dick Wizard's coming for you. You like Ishtar? Not the movie. The movie's not very good.
There's a movie called Ishtar?
There's a movie called Ishtar, and it's not good. I forget who stars in it.
Well, unless it stars Reed Tosaka.
It does not.
I don't care.
You know what? If it did, it would probably be a better movie. So, I digress.
Yeah, when I was editing it last week, I was just like, he says that a lot. That's going to be the title of this episode.
I saw that was the title, and I was like, yeah, I did say that a lot. So even when I made the Facebook post, I went on like a little tangent, and I was like, but I digress. And then I posted the link to the video. So she's dead. We have people investigating.
And they actually have the church guy investigate it, which is weird because normally the church and mages don't get along whatsoever.
But this dude is super chill. Like, he's here, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and we find out that he actually came aboard the train to get rid of his mystic eyes.
He doesn't want them.
Also, the staff running the train doesn't give a shit because apparently mages murdering each other. That's not a new thing here.
Yeah, I guess that happens all the time, which, I mean, if you think about it, you've got a group of people who have magic powers all locked in this one confined train.
And generally, they're all competitive and don't like each other.
Yeah, and they're all essentially competing for powerful artifacts. Because Olga Marie mentions last week, that totally didn't happen, that she's there for a rainbow set of mystic eyes.
Yeah, which are considered the rarest among the rare.
Oui.
But not the mystic eyes of death perception.
No. Oh.
Yeah, where that's from Karano Kyokai, popping that up there for another reference.
Yeah. Ding, bitch.
That's two.
That's a good show. But they're investigating. They talk to the dude, and he's like, I don't want to get rid of my eyes. And then they just kind of bum around the train for a little while. Well, you know, because fucking, you got to have the intrigue moments. You got to pass the snake lady on the train. You got to have banter with her.
I feel like her and Waver need to fuck.
They need to slam.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough.
Yeah.
But then...
Yeah,
storm.
He goes outside, it gets all stormy, and then a woman shows up wearing Iskander's clothing.
Yeah, and she showed up, and I was like, that lady looks exactly like a fucking servant.
And it's like, can't have a fate thing without servants.
Yeah, spoiler alert, she's a servant.
Yeah, and she goes up against Gray, and Gray's thing can at least block her, because, you know, it's ring-a-ming-a-ming.
It's ram-yam-yam-yam.
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 Ron go mini ad.
Ron go mini ad.
Ron go mini ad. These big ones just aren't selling.
Yeah, but Waver, I guess, is able to, I don't know, he cuts his hair, which has a lot of magic stored in it
Yeah, I guess the reason his hair is long is because he stores magical energy in it.
Which makes about as much sense as any other thing in the Fate universe.
It's a Fate thing, don't worry about it.
It makes sense. Everyone's body is just basically like a resource battery.
Yeah. But he manages to spook off, well... He manages to not die as the servant leaves for a little bit. And then everyone's like, holy shit, what happened? And he's like, it wasn't good, man. It wasn't related to that lady getting her head chopped off, but it still wasn't good.
Yeah.
So someone has the mantle. Someone summoned a woman who was under Iskander's command.
And Waver apparently got burned during that really bad.
Yeah.
And so they take him back to the room Maria's staying in, and Klaus apparently can, I don't know, he uses this tech thing for his magic.
It's like a tech, it is like an actual mana battery.
I don't know, because in Fate Apocrypha, Ding, they never,
Ding.
They never really explain what his magic really is. Or even, like...
Because he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because his sister had all the abilities, and I guess she's not crippled in this universe, so good for her.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of amusing.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess she's not crippled here. This universe is literally better for everybody than Fate Apocrypha.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Except maybe, I don't know if Luvia did better in the Prisma Ilia anime. Ding.
Ding.
Yep, that's 4.
We're racking them up.
Yeah.
But Olga comes in clutch because she's like, hey,
I got this weird healing cream.
Yeah, the lady who could see into the future told me I might need this. At which point I was like,
yeah, she knew she was going to get her head cut off.
Yeah, that lady knew. So they they lotion up Waver.
And I'm assuming when he wakes up and when he finds out that fact, he's going to be like, oh, that's important information then if she knew that was going to be necessary.
She knew she was going to get her head cut off, so that's big shit. But yeah, we'll learn more about the mystery of the Rail Zeppelin. Next week.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Shit's going bad right now.
To the Abandoned Sacred Beast, which is a show that's very like Fairy Gone, but better.
It is
Ding.
so much better than Fairy Gone. Holy shit, ding.
Yeah, that's 5.
This one
We're on show number 2, and it's already 5.
Yeah,
That just shows the power of the Fate franchise.
Let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
Fairy Gone.
No,
ding, ding.
It doesn't matter. We already brought it up. It's just per show. So that's only 5 shows we brought up that are not the ones we're talking about.
Fine.
But yeah, a Charles episode again.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with because I actually think she's an interesting character.
Yeah, I like her a lot more now that I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the way she gained more complexity. Because I remember in the early episode she was just like, no, we gotta save the Incarnates.
I wasn't here last week for the episode where she fought her dad, or she killed her dad. That
totally didn't happen.
But no, I don't know. I'm not big on this joke. I don't feel like it's gonna carry. We can't do 2 of these jokes at once. We're already doing the counter joke.
That's good. Counter bit is much better for a long-term bit.
Yeah, but where last week when she killed her dad. And
she shoots him a fuck ton.
I forgot his name. His incarnate name was Nidhogg. I thought Nidhogg was basically like Jormungandr, where it was like this huge thing at the end, like serpent at the end of the world.
It kind of is.
I didn't know it was just a dragon.
I mean, it kind of is. The next episode is called The Keeper of the Gates of Hell, which makes me think that wolf dude is Cerberus.
I think he said his name was like Gran or something.
Oh yeah, he says it's Gran, I think.
It's Graham or Gran.
Yeah. He's an old granny.
Yeah, so in this one, she meets the nicest incarnate thus far. The most like this woman would have been fine if everyone just left her the fuck alone.
Get ready for a sad episode
where this the incarnate siren surprisingly was a singer.
Who'da thunk it?
Yeah. And before the war, she sang at this bar, and like everyone there really liked listening to her. But then when the war came, everyone was like, we're too busy.
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
And they went, and she joined the war, hoping that she could get back there and sing after helping to end it.
Turns out being turned into a monster kind of puts a little bit of a dull on that blade.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, she's hot, but she's got a, like, fish lower half and wings.
She has this fishy booty. I'm not down with that. Not down. She has feathers that tastefully cover her chest.
But we exist in 2019. If she exists during this period, everyone wants to already go and fuck all the aliens in Area 51. People would be all over that.
We don't even know what them alien cheeks look like. Why don't we take a breather?
I feel like at that point you got to clap them no matter what if you go through all that effort to get in there.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Clap them cheeks.
Clap the alien cheeks.
But yeah, would you clap the fish cheeks?
You know what? To be totally honest, I probably would.
Yeah. But anyway, she's fine. She's good. She's just hanging.
Yeah, you know she's fine.
Yeah, you know she's fine. She's living in a cave outside of town, and the only person that visits her there is the barkeep who played like the piano or something there for her.
Yeah. And she is fine. She is not crazy at all.
Yeah, and Charles visits her and actually makes friends with her, and they hang out. They make seashell necklaces and just tell stories.
Well, she doesn't because she has wings, so her fine motor control is a little off. But they become the best of friends right as things go bad.
And military captain dude is like, "Hey, where do you keep going off to? Hey, I want to congratulate you. That was pretty cool that you killed your dad. I want to kill my brother."
Yeah, he just dumps all this shit on her, and he's like, yeah, my brother's pretty bad. I gotta kill him because he's dangerous. Hey, the way you shot your dad all those times, that was pretty cool. You want to do that again? That's cool with me. And I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out. Up until this point, we know you've been against Cain, but you gotta cool it on the we need to slaughter all of the incarnates route.
But apparently he's under a lot of pressure. His dad's like, he's got 3 months to kill all the incarnates.
Yeah, because his advisors are like, hey, you should, like, chill out. We're going to need more time. But no. So, of course.
Yeah, he goes and he, so the guy goes back to the barkeep, and a couple of townsfolk are like, hey, Charles, I think his name's Charles.
Yeah.
We keep seeing you go off to the outskirts of town, and people say they hear singing out there. We're going to look around the bar, Charles.
This confused me a little bit.
Charles has nothing to hide in the bar, as far as I know.
Yeah, but he attacks them anyway. And it's like, dude, just let him search the bar. She's not in the bar.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway.
What are you going to... Do you have documents that are like, hey, I'm hiding an incarnate on the beach? What if they find my diary?
Yeah, and the whole thing burns down, and he gets, like, shot a bunch of times, and then he goes to where Siren is, and then she's like, I'm thinking of leaving town, and I'll hopefully come back soon, and then I'll be able to sing at your bar again. And then, boom, he's all bleeding out and dying, and he's like, you gotta forgive them. Here, forgive them. They know not what they do.
Yeah, so you can imagine what she does, and it's not that.
She goes crazy, starts singing in her song. It's like the least violent thing. It just puts everyone to sleep, but obviously long term that'd be kind of a problem.
She still had a little bit of the PTSD from the military, just because, like, apparently the way they utilized her was she would put people to sleep, and then they would just go around and stab people while they were sleeping.
This is one of those shows where it's like you can't, like, try to make a message out. Like, you know, like, people love to take a show and then put a message out of it. Like, where it's like, this is what this series is actually saying. If you tried to take a message from the show, it's that, hey, anyone who comes back from war with PTSD should be put down.
Yeah, we gotta put them down, because they're dangerous. They're monsters.
Yeah, no, it's just turning into literal dragons and werewolves is bad.
If you go into the military and you turn people into literal monsters, it's not a good idea. It doesn't end well. Spoiler alert.
But yeah, so she starts going crazy, but Charles kind of talks her out of it, but then she gets shot by military commander dude.
Yeah, because of course.
And then she flies back to the bar where the stage is, but it's all burnt down and it's just the stage there, and she's like, now I guess I'll never sing here again. She's like, no, you can sing for me.
I want to hear you sing.
And so she gets the military shows up and they shoot her a fuck ton.
Yeah, they shoot her like 5 times
and they're
with
like,
rifles.
Go finish her off. She's gonna attack. But then Charles stops them, and then she sings her song.
And it's fine. She
Yeah.
just sings a very nice song. And the woman who has been the siren and who's been singing she's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah, and then she collapses and dies after that, and she asks Charles how it was, and Charles like, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And then she dies peacefully, or as peacefully as you could really be with like 8 gunshot wounds.
Yeah, and then the captain berates her.
Yeah, and he's like, if you do that again, I'm gonna kick you out.
You should have just shot her. I thought you were gonna shoot her.
Also, we found Hank.
Oh yeah, Hank. We got Hank, and we get a little scene where Hank fights a giant walrus, and he almost transforms into wolf form, but then he takes it back because
I laughed at that scene where he's like, he's fighting one of his four. He's like, Captain, I'm sorry, I was just
so hungry.
Imagine being Walrus Man. Out of your entire platoon, it's like, all right, what'd you guys get? I got vampire. I got werewolf. I turned into a dragon. I turned into a minotaur. I got walrus.
Yeah, I'm a walrus.
I don't even know. Is that a mythology monster, like a walrus man, or is that like one where they just made it up on the spot?
It seems like one they just kind of made up on the spot.
It's like, you guys ever hear the legend of Walrus Man?
It's Walmangander.
It's like they ran out of monsters and they didn't want anyone to overlap, so they were like, all right, guys, what about me? Oh, Timmy, you're the Walmangander.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool one. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Well, you're hearing about it now.
There's There's a scene.
It's super special. We saved it just for you.
There's a scene where they're fighting a fortress in like a desert. Walrus Man ain't gonna be in that fight. You're not gonna take a fucking walrus into the desert.
I don't even know how Walrus Man got stuck as a walrus.
I don't even know how.
Like, how many times would you use Walrus Man?
How does Walrus Man even fight? He slaps things with his flippers.
He's so fucking stupid.
He is the worst.
I actually laughed when he popped up. I'm like, why? I laughed.
Why? I will say I laughed when he died because not even his mouth, where his tusks are, is dangerous. Because Hank literally just puts dynamite in his mouth and just blows it up.
In fact, I feel bad for the people that he killed. Imagine dying to Walrus Man.
How? That's bad. That's real bad right there.
Yeah, fuck that.
But yeah, Walrus Man dies and then Hank walks away.
Rip in peace.
All right.
I will remember you. Da-da-da-da-da.
How do you like it? How do you like it? Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, that's all we need to say about To the Abandoned Sacred Beast this week.
Yeah. Fire Force.
Fire Force. What's the lesson here? Punching girls makes them like you?
That was last week's message.
No, but now she's like all into him. Like they're
yeah,
sitting
she's
outside.
Actually
she's like
hard into
she's
him.
like fanning him.
She's I think
she's feeding him.
And yeah, that's weird. But they do. She and Cap, because they have like. Actually, I did like the scene. It starts off with a barbecue between the two companies, and the lieutenant is cooking, and he's like whipping everything up super efficiently, and there's two guys with like covered in bandages in front of them, and they're like,
and Obi's like giving like an awkward speech where he's like, we would like to thank everyone for participating in this joint night raid exercise.
It's very good.
And she has a talk with Obi where she agrees to work with she agrees to have the 5th work with the 8th.
Yeah. She's gonna do what she can to help them. However, she is still connected to what is it? Hiroshima?
Yeah, the corporation.
Yeah. The fucking corpse.
So
man.
they have her support. And basically by having her support, that means she's just gonna hang out at their place now.
Yeah, she's just gonna hang out with them. Because I guess she doesn't need to worry about running her own thing. They can just do that themselves.
Yeah, so she just like she's there taking a shower with the rest of the girls at their base, and she just hangs out in their office
while they do paperwork.
Yeah, they even mentioned, they're like, don't you have to go like run your own facility?
Nah, it's fine. Meanwhile,
yeah, because she uses like the excuse like, I'm just here to make sure, like, you know, to check up on Iris.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You forgot her name last week. I remember you saying that.
I did.
And she made irises, the fucking flower that she's named after.
I did forget. That's because I recorded that one like way after I had watched Fire Force, because I think I recorded that one on like Sunday night. But anyway, we also learned from Captain of the 5th Princess that...
Yeah, it's the first, where connected to the first where all these incidences are popping up near.
But there is definitely infernals being made by people.
Yeah.
We get that confirmed. People are making infernals.
Which we kind of already knew, because, like, Crazy Card Man kind of did that.
Crazy Card Man and Smiling Scientist Friend.
Yeah, and it's all connected to the first, so they realize there's apparently a thing where you can send new recruits to train with other divisions.
Which makes sense.
So they are like, hey, we're going to send you two, Arthur and Shinra.
We're going to send our two most level-headed members of our group, Shinra and Arthur.
Well, I guess Shinra's fine, but Arthur's a fucking moron.
Arthur is a straight-up-ass moron.
Yeah, so they send those two, and Princess is like, well, if it's just you guys, it'll look suspicious, so I'll send one of my guys and reach out to another division. So one guy from the 2nd ends up going, and she sends Bubblegum Guy from the 5th.
Yeah, The guy from the second, I actually had like a holy shit moment because I didn't recognize him until later when he gets in his uniform, because he is Lorge Boy from the training episode where they go in and Shinra encounters, I forget what his fucking name is, like Gambit, and he goes and meets Gambit from the X-Men.
Yeah, card guy Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit.
But yeah, so they all go and Shinra basically requests that they have a sparring match
Immediately.
Yeah, and they decide to oblige him. Where the first of the lieutenants that fights Lorge Boy, he's super into it. He's like, yeah, come on, let's have an awesome battle.
I actually really love that guy. I think he's great.
He has stars for pupils.
And you know what? He's super into everything.
And the other lieutenant, speaks... He has really weird trash talk. He's like, look at you guys. I bet your crap is crap. And he's like, that's not an insult, technically.
Arthur gets super worked up about it, and then Shinra's like, dude, he's just saying your crap is crap. And Arthur finally gets it.
Yeah.
But that's just
or
how
your ass is your ass.
Yeah. What are you guys? Your asses are like asses. You guys and your assy asses. That's just how this dude talks. Like, in general. It blows my mind that someone was able to write a script like that around a character.
Oh, and we see Aoyuki's character, the cat fire girl.
Yeah, she's back.
It looks like she's dressed like a maid. Almost.
The uniforms here are different because they're more connected to the church.
Yeah.
And her accidental lewdness thing, because she's runs towards the captain.
It's apparently an actual thing. It's not like it's just, it's anime, it happens. It's an actual thing she has.
It is a literal in-world thing that other people acknowledge. Because, she trips and goes to, fall into the arms of the captain in slow motion, but he walks away.
Yeah, and then she gets grabbed by the star-eyed dude.
I love how he constantly just picks her up by lifting her up under her arms, and is just like, hey, it's good to see you.
And the main meat of this episode is that Shinra and Arthur get to both fight the captain.
He is strong as fuck, though.
Yeah, he basically is able to put out Arthur's his fire sword, which even Maki can't do.
Yeah.
And yeah, he kicks the crap out of him. Shinra does a lot better.
Shinra does pretty good, but then the captain takes a step forward and Shinra's down for the fight.
Yeah, I have a feeling he kind of disperses heat where it goes, because every time it looks like he's attacked, it shoots out from behind him.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I'm imagining if he gets hit with any heat, he can just send it out behind him or just disperse it to a different part of him.
Yeah. The lieutenant, who is the crappy crap with the weird dialogue, he has the most bullshit thing I've ever heard of ever. He has an instrument that turns heat into sound into cold.
Yeah, so basically ice powers in the fire world.
Yeah.
But they're not ice powers. He just takes away all the heat and makes it cold.
Yeah.
So ice powers.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And then there's a Chinese guy, and he has a hat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about him. He's got a hat.
For the next foreseeable future, they're going to be living with the first.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Undercover investigations, intrigue, Arthur being stupid.
Being a fucking moron.
Being a goddamn idiot.
Being a fucking moron.
Being an idiot. Dr. Stone. Because we're half an hour in and we're in 4 shows.
Yeah.
We gotta pace it up a little bit.
We gotta talk about the rest of our shonen.
Yeah, Dr. Stone.
They have to make iron.
Yep. Because basically there's 2 ways to make antibiotics. You can do it with either living things and make, i.e., penicillin, or you can do it the mineral route with sulfur, and that takes a lot of work. But you know what? Yuck placento.
Yeah, and it turns out, Chrome, I think his name is?
Yeah.
Chrome has found magnets. He didn't know they were magnets.
He just thought they were cool-ass rocks that always pointed north.
Oh, and Senku realizes he's been making a mistake this whole time. He thought he's been going the right direction by following the North Star, but the Earth has tilted on its axis in the 3,700 years, where the North Star is not actually north anymore. It is slightly off.
Exactly. So that's why his stuff didn't work. So he learned a little bit about himself and preconceived notions.
And they go to the river to use the magnets to basically pick up the iron sand. And we meet a new character.
Watermelon
Girl.
It's a girl who wears a watermelon rind on her head all the time, so you can't see her face. And Senku doesn't ask, but he's like, hey.
I've seen this trope enough to know that once she actually has it taken off, she's probably going to be, like, super cute or something.
Of course.
Yeah.
But Senku is like, hey, you can make yourself useful. You're really short, so you're going to be real good at collecting iron sand with the magnets.
And her whole thing is everyone thinks she's useless, so the fact that he thinks she's useful for something really, like, hits home with her.
Really gets that engine revving.
And, so they go back to make the iron, and you need a shit ton of manpower since wood can only burn at, like, a certain temperature, and it's not high enough to actually melt iron.
Wood can burn at up to 700 degrees, but they need 1,500 degrees to forge iron. Unfortunately, they can't make that by themselves. So Senku resolves to basically recruit people from the village.
And how better to get people to do what you want? Cooking.
Exactly. He has Watermelon basically do recon, and he's like, all right, the easiest way to do this is food.
Yeah.
We also get a scene where Ginra, one of the guards, is really interested in what Chrome and Senku are doing. But
the other guy's like, no, you can't go. Rules are rules.
Yeah, and he's arguing about it, and he's like, but I want a cool thing. If you don't care about your spear, then trade me your spear. And Kinro is like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I liked it. It's a funny scene. But basically, Senku invents ramen.
Yeah, and he has it, and he's like, man, this is shit. This is some of the worst ramen I've ever had. But to the rest of them, it's like the food of the gods.
Yeah, for someone who's never had ramen, it's amazing. For someone who's had modern ramen, it's shit. It's bad. It's not good.
Yeah. And then they end up bringing a cart back to town, trying to get all the people to come out and try it. And he's like, I'm going to use this ramen to slowly convert this town into the village of science. And Kohaku's like, you're acting real scary. You look like the villain.
Anytime Senku resolves to fix a problem with science, he always says it in like the most evil way possible.
Oh, and he becomes real interested in meeting the sister after he finds out that they know the story of Momotaro. Yeah. Which is a Japanese folklore tale, which is, wait, how would these primitive people know that?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we all heard that from her. I'm assuming she has books or something.
Yeah, she must have found something.
Yeah, because if she's Kohaku's sister, clearly she's not an original stone person.
Correct. Yeah, it's cool. I like this show because it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, shonen's cool. Apparently, a week ago, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, that's 7.
Yeah.
Or is that 6? I think that's 6 so far.
Yeah, I think that's... Shit, I don't know off the top, actually.
Well, we'll just add a ding there, and I'll keep track of it later.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put a timer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But,
welcome to the protagonist seat, where the rules don't matter and you don't get points.
Yeah, the rules don't matter, you don't get points. Apparently that blew up a week ago.
Yeah, that's because that episode was fucking great. I watched it.
Oh. Was it just good looking?
No.
Was that 90% of it, though, at least?
It was actually good. Like, actually, the most recent arc in Demon Slayer has been really good. The fight against the spider people is real good.
I guess I'll have to jump back on and start watching.
Yeah.
Mike, if you are listening, I'm going to watch your show that you really love and that you're mad that I dropped.
Hi, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
See you, Mike.
That's all you get, Mike.
The Demon Girl Next Door.
Machikaido Mozuku.
Turns out,
I love this show.
It's so good. It's just so good.
I love how when they open with this episode, it's a recap of everything thus far, but it's just a way more intense recap, and everyone has like special roles. Like her school friend is like got the title of information broker,
and there's like a lot of the visuals and the scenes for it are taken from the OP.
Yeah, when they like first meet, she like is like sitting outside in like a snowy village and is handed like a meat bun or something by Momo.
It makes me wonder. Shit like that makes me be like, hold on. Does that mean that her ancestor made the OP for the show?
Yeah. But she ended up so we see all of that.
Yes.
And then after, it turns out it was just the ancestor showing her this on like the TV, and she's like, she showed her the recap, and she's like, hey, that was all really good and well put together, but none of that actually happened.
And her ancestor's like, that doesn't really matter. I just wanted to put something together for my own memory. And then that's kind of that.
Yeah.
That's the bit.
Shamiko wakes up, and her mom's like...
It was all a dream.
Yeah. She wakes up, and Shamiko goes out to see her mom, and her mom's like, Yuko, it's back. All of it. And she's like, what? And she's like, all that money I lost. It's back. She's like, does that mean the curse is starting to be broken?
Possibly. It's time to commit the ritual that's been passed down through our family for generations.
Apparently there's a ritual where anytime they come into some money, they spend it all on a big dinner.
Yeah. They do, I think it's, do they do hot pot?
They do hot pot.
Yeah. They do hot pot.
And even then, she still kind of like is trying to be frugal with it because it's just habit not to overspend.
She can't bring herself to buy luxury ingredients, so she buys a fuck ton of like the poor ingredients. And the power goes out while they're doing hot pot. Oh no!
But it's great because it's while they're doing like serious talk, so it's like only half of their face is illuminated.
Yeah, and then it comes right back up afterwards.
Yeah, and they all end up eating, and then they realize, oh, that the refrigerator broke during that power outage.
I do like how they're getting ready to eat, and the ancestor starts talking about something, and Yuko's mom is like, ancestor, I brought you this, and she puts a beer in front of the statue, and basically she gets the ancestor drunk.
And she does call her ancestor-in-law or something, so I guess Shamiko got her devil powers from her dad's side.
Yeah.
And you know what I think? I think Shamiko's dad is the narrator.
I think so too.
It would make the most sense.
Oh, that would be so good if at the last episode, like this super demonic looking dude came and he was like, Gambare Shamiko. That would be so good. I love it.
Yeah, and so they realize they have, like, the mom's trying to, like, make the best of it. She's like, I really wanted to buy a new fridge. I was getting tired of that old thing. And she's, like, scrubbing the dishes super hard.
It's fine. I'll just have to cook up all of it now.
And they cook up so much food that she brings it over to Momo's because Momo is still sick.
And Momo doesn't have good nutrition.
Yeah. And so she's like, hey, so I brought you some food. There's also some breakfast stuff in here, and there's a couple of side dishes in here. So, yeah, if you put it in your fridge, it probably will last 2 days.
Yeah, it'll last a couple days. Which was a moment where I was like, wow, that's how long you're supposed to keep food in your fridge? Looks at leftovers from last week. Shit. But
yeah, that's the first half, and then the latter half they train.
It's the training arc.
Yeah, that's why that's what I love about this show is it really plays with the fact that it's the visual medium.
Yeah,
where Momo's trying to train Shamiko, and she ties her to this giant ass tire
that she stole from a mining vehicle.
Yeah. And while they're talking, she's just pulling the rope and so she's just having her slide closer to her, and she's just going, yeah, first we build muscle, then we work on muscle, and then after that we'll build some muscle. Because Momo's a big dork and really likes building muscle.
Momo is a very big athletic dork, And
and then their friend shows up, and she starts giving ideas about like, oh yeah, well Shamiko's afraid of this, this, and this. So if you do this, that's probably good training.
yeah,
and,
you should build her courage as well as her body.
And that's what I love about the visual medium thing, where she's giving all these ideas popping up, and Shamiko almost takes the cutaway and like pushes it away into the corner.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, enough of that. And she's like, is she my friend or is she another foe?
But Momo realizes that she's right. But then Yuko's like, hey, if you're going to find out what I'm afraid of, what are you afraid of?
And Momo does this like the best way. She's like, all right, so I'm real afraid of mochi, specifically strawberry mochi. And there's this shop downtown. I know you can get it at like you can get it on sale specifically at this hour.
But they go fast, so you'll have to run if you really want to get some.
And she's like, all right, and she brings them back. She's like, haha, I went and got 2 of them. I bet you're terrified.
Quiver in fear.
And then she only got them because she wanted them to have them together.
Yeah, but they're also part of Momo's painful past.
Which I guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah, she used to apparently eat these with her sister. But what happened? Because the Momo says she doesn't have a family.
Yeah.
Did they die?
And she's like, all right, tell me what you're really afraid of. And she's like, all right, I'm really scared of drinking cold tea with you.
So she goes to a vending machine.
And then she comes back. She's like, you also owe me $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Momo plays Shamiko. That's just how it goes.
Like a 2-bit fiddle.
Played us like a damn fiddle!
Played us like a damn fiddle!
And then Shamiko gets a job wearing a mascot costume, and she sees, while she's working, another magic girl.
Whose theme is oranges.
Bum bum. Which is, I'm going to take a guess and say that's probably Momo's sister or something.
Yeah, probably. Turns out all the weird figures that Momo told Yuko to expect, they're coming up. They're showing up now. But we'll meet her more next week.
This is a good show.
It's a very good show. This is a really good comfy show.
This is my wind down show.
This is a very
Every
good
season I need my
show.
wind down show, and if I don't have it, I get pissed.
You need your comfy wind down show. Mao-sama.
Kind of wind downish.
Yeah. It's a very good father-daughter show.
Yeah, because none of the fights matter.
They really don't. He just wipes them instantly.
Yeah, in this episode, this is post him beating up the vampire. He meets the last member of the Priestess Sisters.
And they have a very tense discussion.
Yeah, and she's like terrified of him.
Yeah, because she's like, this dangerous dude. Are you really the Demon Lord? And he's like, I guess it's what, it's my nickname. It's what they've been calling
He's
me.
like, I want to learn about the Seraph. Can I use your library? And she's like, in her mind, he's asking to read out of the church library? Why does he want to know about the Seraph? Does he want to find out a weakness? And to so brazenly ask me?
And finally, she's like, fine, you can use the library, but I won't speak of the Seraph.
And he's like, that's fine. I'd rather not have a conversation with someone so timid.
Oh.
And then
got him.
And then he goes to the library, reads a bunch of books on the history of the place, but I didn't bother paying attention to the history of this place because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
But then Aku shows up and wants to read a book with him, and she sits on his lap, and they have a father-daughter thing where he reads the book.
He reads a picture book. And it's actually kind of, it amused me, because it's like one of those old fairy tales.
Yeah, but it has no lesson.
It has literally no lesson. The dog goes around and chews up an entire town, so the townspeople chase him off. So he becomes an adventurer, chews up other adventurers' gear, and then meets a dog that they nuzzle. And then he finds a bunch of treasure, and that's it.
The end.
The end.
And he's like, what is with this kid's book?
What the fuck? What's the lesson in these?
And then after he goes back to town, he builds a hospital with you.
Another thing about the dog is, at this show they have, at the commercial break parts, they have like character
the
title
eye catches,
cards.
yeah.
And they have one for Fido this week, the dog from the story.
Yeah.
And that was a good one. That I like that. I thought that was a good touch. And they also had one this week for someone whose name is my favorite name in any show I've ever watched ever. My dude's name is Martial Arts. And guys, I mean, I know they're memeing super hard with the characters' names, but like, it's so good.
I almost like the lack of effort in this series.
It feels like it's a pro instead of the con that it should be.
Yeah.
Because there's such a... It's almost comedically perfect. But anyway, he goes back and builds a hospital with you.
Yeah, and he has enough skill.
Not you sitting and listening.
You didn't do that with him.
It's his assistant, you.
Yeah, why you?
Why you?
Yeah, why
no,
you?
But it's not you. It's you, his assistant.
Yeah, and he basically tells her, basically treat the poor pretty cheap, but charge the fuck out of the rich.
Yeah, scalp the fuck out of rich people. And she's like, that's the opposite of what it was like in our
Infinity
world.
Game, yeah.
And he's like, why would I want to do the same thing twice? That's boring.
Yeah. So he ends up using the last of his skill point, or he has more skill points, and he uses that to summon his next aid, which is apparently some mercenary dude that's basically, he has it shows him he has floating guns. He has floating pistols.
He has Wall of Babylon with guns.
Yeah, like that dude in Afterlost.
Yeah, but not terrible. Dinging him again.
But yeah, that was another show with a guy with a Gate of Babylon of pistols.
Except this is much better.
Yeah, and it ends on him summoning that guy, so we don't get a read on his personality yet.
Yeah, but apparently he's like a genius, and he's very good at picking up on new things.
Yeah, so he's going to protect the town and also, I think, be the manager here.
Yeah, because Mao also builds a spa.
Yeah, hot spring.
Onsen.
Yeah, an onsen.
An onsen.
It's an onsen.
Guys, let's go to the onsen.
Listen, guys, there's an onsen over there.
They built a new onsen. We gotta go.
Listen, I got my new orthopedic shoes, and we're gonna go to the onsen. I think my lower back's hurting.
Oh, I need it. I need it for my back. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this dude pans out.
Yeah. For commonplace to world's strongest, Aru Ferretta, or whatever you say it, we meet Useless Bunny.
We meet fan service.
Yeah, we meet their group's Aqua, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. She seems, well, part of me wants to be like, she's even more useless than Aqua, but I can't say that for certain.
No, because she at least learns to be strong, where Aqua is the pinnacle of useless goddess.
Anytime she uses one of her high-level spells, it just destroys everything. So, yeah, she's even got the same color palette, too.
Yeah, she does, which is why I immediately thought of that. And she gets punched in the head by the main character a lot.
A lot.
Which is an Aqua thing.
She keeps coming on to him, but he's like, no.
Yeah. Also, why would I care about you when I got Yui right here, who's 10 times better?
Yeah. Why would I care about the sexy bunny girl when I have a lolly right here?
Why would I care about sexy bunny girl when I got vampire lolly?
I have vampire lollies. This dude's the fucking weebest of weeb characters.
I mean, I like how he at least committed, though.
Yeah.
He's not like, oh.
I always like harem shit when one person clearly wins over the rest and no one else really even matters.
Yeah. She's declared winner already.
Exactly. But he shows up and he kills a two-headed T-Rex in 2 shots. And then she's like, hey, my people are dying.
He's like, so?
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
He's like, what do I get out of this?
A guide.
Yeah, the only thing she can offer is to guide them through the forest because there's a lot of mist.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's magical or something. But she offers to guide them, so he's like, fine, sure. And he summons a motorcycle, and then he uses her as bait to kill some more monsters.
Yeah, and then he meets her village, and they're all a bunch of peaceful bunny people, and they're like, hey, could you help make us stronger? And
no.
And he's trying to train them, and they're all getting all obsessed over a flower, and he stomps out the flower, and he's like, in this world, it's kill or be killed.
I love how the change is like so
Yeah.
instant. Because even the way that all right, so some shit happens. Yui and Bunny Girl.
Yeah, they
duel.
train separately. It's almost like she's the one specifically training her.
Yeah. But then the bunny people come back and they're all like super jacked.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, boss, we took care of all those monsters you told us to get rid of. And he's like, I only told you to kill one. He's like, yeah, well, the rest of them were just getting in the way. And one like girl's just like, yeah, we had to kill him. We had no choice. And she like does like the knife lick.
Yeah, and their screams were so good to listen to.
I did like this where like
I thought that was pretty good.
It was pretty funny. We were just all these peaceful bunny people were like, oh, we love the flowers and stuff too. Full on, boss, you want us to take care of them.
And now they're the edgiest bunny people ever. He's made them in his own image.
Yeah, and they find one of the
even the way the leader of the bunnies, like, even the way he speaks changes.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have really that much facial hair before, and now he's got, like, the full beard.
He did not. It's very good.
Yeah, they find the labyrinth, but they need more relics in order to enter it, so he's about to leave, and they're like, boss, take us with you. And he's like, no, I need you guys to stay here and keep training, because I might need you at some point. And they're like, oh, you heard the boss. We gotta get stronger.
Yeah, we need to train and be even stronger. So there you go. He has ruined the bunny people and turned them into edgy bunny people.
Yeah, which I guess is better than getting eaten by all the massive monsters in this world.
I guess.
And Bunny Girl ends up...
Senpai?
Yeah, no, not Bunny Girl Senpai. Ding.
Ding.
She ends up...
I could do it too.
Yeah, you can do it too. It can't all be me.
It can't.
Yeah. I got more of the repertoire I could whip out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she has a fight with Yui, a sparring match, and she's actually able to wound her. Just like one scratch.
She scratches her face, which Yui immediately heals and is like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But the condition was that if she could do that, she could go with them.
So, unfortunately, Yui is a vampiress of her word, and she allows her to go.
Yeah, so now they're a party of 3.
Party of 3.
Because she even basically flat out says she's interested in Hajime.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what.
She wants to go back to his world with him, and he's like, all right.
It's going to be real hard for you to fit in with your bunny ears.
I was going to have enough trouble with Yui, but you are just going to be in so much trouble.
I don't know why he even wants to go back.
I mean, at this point, he's got it so good. Why bother?
That's what I never get about an isekai where someone wants to go back when they get to the point where it's like, dude, you just shot a double-headed T-Rex in the face and killed it in one shot.
Yeah. Can you do that in your world, nerd? And what happens when he goes back and he's got, like, fucking one jeweled eye and he's just white hair?
And a mechanical arm.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
It's like, all right, I can go back to high school now.
I'm back in my high school class with my edgy powers and my magic railgun.
To be fair, it would just be a different sort of anime at that point. Like, it would still be an anime, but it's just not an isekai.
Can we get a reverse isekai where just a super powerful mystical warrior is transported into a normal high school?
Well, you got something close with The Devil is a Part-Timer.
That's true. I really love The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Ding.
Ding. Is a very good show.
Yeah. We still got 2 more to go, and we're already, like, almost an hour in.
All right, let's go. Are you lost?
I don't have a joke for this one this week.
You could just say no.
Yeah.
That is the bit.
I was lost last week.
Yeah, that's true. You went camping in your coma.
I went camping in my coma. You beat me into a camping coma.
I beat you so hard, your consciousness went camping.
Imagine if that's what they called it. It's like your unconscious, like, beep, beep. I'm sorry, but he's in a camping coma. His consciousness is when camping. Look, and it's like a CAT scan of your brain. It's like, says, like, gone camping.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, he's gone camping.
What? His consciousness. It's gone camping.
He's roasting s'mores right now. But they are not lost. They see some smoke, and they're like, whoa!
And in this episode, what do they find? An onsen.
Yeah, even in the one where girls are trapped on a desert island, they still have a hot springs episode.
Yeah, and so they all get in the hot springs. They're all having a good time.
Hot springs.
And this is a very fan servicey episode.
Very, but as soon as the hot spring shows up, you know you're in for some fan service.
And then they realize, oh no, at night the tide comes in.
Yeah, hey, the water's getting
it.
cool. Oh, hey, there's a wave coming in. Luckily, it doesn't get their clothes all wet, but then it rains, so then their clothes get all wet.
And then they go and they're back at their camp, I think, for the later half, and they're sitting under there. And they're like, man, we tried to make this thing rain-proof, but even with all the rain coming down, it's just useless. And then Tomboy Girl is like, you know, well, since we're already wet, I'll just go into the water and catch us something. And they're like, wait, that's not a good idea.
That's a terrible idea.
And lightning strikes the water, and she gets kind of zapped from it. And it's real fan servicey where you see her butt float up out of the water.
They do that shot a lot.
Yeah.
They recycle that. They get their money's worth from that frame. But then...
That's the money shot.
That's the money shot.
That's what's going to get the Blu-ray pre-orders.
But then she gets pulled out of the water naturally with her rear end right center frame.
And they're like, oh man, could the lightning strike us? What if we go into the forest? It's like, I mean, lightning can kind of get us anywhere unless we build like this super elaborate lightning pole.
We'll build a pole in the ground, and if we get in a 45-degree angle to the pole, then we're good.
And they're like, how do we know which is 45 degrees? And she's like, well, my stride is like 62 centimeters or something.
So smart girl does math, and then they figure it out. And they all jump right on her.
Yeah, Hamari's like, so this should be the right angle. And they all jump on her, and she's like, I can't breathe.
Y'all are heavy. Guys, stop.
And then the rain ends, and it's all good. And then Tomboy Girl's like, well, now that it's the rain stopped, I'll go in the water, and and she gets stung by jellyfish.
Of course she does.
And they recycle the shot of her butt coming out of the water.
Yup, because they have to.
They have to.
Turns out jellyfish are kind of dangerous.
Yeah, this is the money shot right here. That's going to get the people to order the Blu-rays, yeah.
This is what people are going to order the Are You Lost Blu-rays for.
$60 a pop for 2 episodes. Oh, yeah. Buying anime Blu-rays in Japan is fucking awful. You pay $60, some like $60 to $80 for 2 episodes.
That is awful. You are correct.
Yeah. So if you want an entire show, like think about it, not even a 24-episode show, like a 13-episode show. That's like what?
That's
like
that's a lot.
Yeah, you're paying a lot. I think you get more shit with it, but like again, like how many like hey, little art booklets and CDs.
Yeah. What's that going to get you?
Yeah.
Nothing. Suddenly, paying $30 for the first half of Hellsing Ultimate doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, ding.
Ding.
Yeah, no, it's not as bad over here.
Yeah.
Where you can get the entire show for like the same price as what you would pay for like 2 episodes over there. I think they're supposed to be like better quality though, but it's how much of a difference could it make?
Exactly.
It's a hand-drawn picture.
But it's a hand-drawn picture of a big titty anime girl.
Fine, you convinced me. Let's order some.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get the Blu-rays.
I'm getting up from my chair now.
I'm shaking my wallet. I definitely have my wallet right here.
I'm shaking my wallet into the microphone.
This is my wallet. I don't actually have my wallet on me. Ian, you have to buy the Blu-rays for both of us. Yes, we will put the change in the computer.
Just pop open the tray. This is how you make online purchases, folks. You pop open the CD tray, you load your money in, and then you just close it, and so it's fine.
The money goes where you want it to go.
The money goes to the interwebs. You know who doesn't have good internet?
Meanwhile,
back on the Astra.
Astra lost in space.
They rescue a lady.
Yep,
she has been rescued.
In the last episode, they found some woman in the cryopod.
I was going to tell you, like, man, you missed some intrigue with Astra this week. But then I realized that's every episode.
Yeah.
Literally all of them.
Even this one.
Even this one.
We'll get to that, but yeah. So I thought this woman was going to reveal more or like answer questions, but now it just raised more. Actually, she was fairly simple, her whole thing.
She also doesn't know anything. She just was sent to explore planets.
She was just an astronaut and her crew landed there and they went out to kind of go on a investigation. Like they went to scout the planet and they never came back. And she waited as long as she could, and after they didn't come back, she decided to go in the cryopod.
And she gets rescued by the Astra crew.
Yeah.
Actually, there is intrigue involved with her. Holy shit. Because at one point she's still in bad shape because, you know, she was in a cryopod for 12 years. So
not as bad as Ripley.
Yeah, not as bad as Ripley. Ding. Alien best anime?
Yeah, the Aliens anime.
Has there been and will there ever be an Alien anime? There should be.
Can I even think of an anime that kind of is close to Alien?
I mean, there might have been an animated Alien movie, but I don't know.
There's that one episode of Cowboy Bebop Ding that is kind of like a spoof on it.
Yeah, I like that episode a lot.
The lobster one.
Yeah, where it's from the fridge in the storage room. But she's in the medical bay room, and the Chinese girl goes to... Yunhua goes to check on her, and she's like, hey, how are you doing? And this is where she reveals that... What's the blonde woman's name? What's our new character's name?
I don't remember.
I want to say it's something vaguely Russian. But basically she tells our new guest that she's been in a cryopod for 12 years and she tells her
right. She's like, wait. And she's like,
did it happen?
She's like, nothing happened?
Yeah, nothing happened? What?
What was supposed to happen? And
Yunhua just kind of blows off that comment. I would probably investigate that a little harder.
You're like, what do you mean? What do you mean nothing happened?
Hold on. That implies you were expecting something to happen. Holy shit, dude.
And it just keeps going.
I've solved the mystery.
He threw off his hat.
I threw my hat.
He threw off his hat.
Because my brain is going to overheat from my new theory.
You have a revelation going on up there?
I think they were getting ready for a planetary disaster, so they cloned people, dude. They cloned people. That's what the Human Genome Project was.
Everyone got cloned.
They were collecting everyone's DNA so they could bank it up, so they could clone it in case of a disaster.
Bank that shit.
Something did happen.
And maybe she was sent out to find habitable planets.
Exactly. But then something about these kids is evidence of the shit that happened. That's why they gotta get rid of them.
This shows some next level shit.
This is just me theorizing. It's probably not true, but
yeah, because it always ends up being wrong. We're like, oh, Char's is the traitor. No,
it's
Olgar's
not Char's.
No.
Well,
Yunhua, no.
Char's didn't do himself any favors by making that sketchy ass face as soon as they accused him.
And Olgar had a gun.
Olgar did have a gun. That automatically is like, it's not looking good.
So, that's kind of more of the intrigue of the episode. But they figure out, which I don't know why Zach didn't figure this out instantly. The part of the ship that they have damaged is different than the part on her ship that was damaged, so they can just swap the parts.
That's what I was thinking last week.
Yeah, I knew
why don't you just do that?
I knew the second they found him, like, oh, that's how they're going to get off the planet. They're going to take the good parts from that one.
Of course. And it looks like it fits together almost like a snap-together Bionicle or something.
Yeah, which I would think that would be a lot more of a project.
I guess it just, takes a day. If that.
Yeah, if that.
But then the woman they rescued is like, I would like to find where my crew went, please.
Yeah.
So they go do that.
and they go to where they were, and they find a broken down, rover.
Yep. It's flipped, it's broken, it's in a field, and they're like, wow, why is the ground all bumpy? But they find one of the...
Yeah, like ID tags.
Yeah.
Dog tags.
Dog tags.
Yeah, of her former crew, and they realize, uh-oh, evil plants, because that's the theme of this planet.
Yeah, a bad plant comes up. Oh, no. Oh, also...
Yeah, Sharsha's good at knowing about plants and stuff, and they realize when they're still harvesting food, these are just plants. So Kittery's like, one's coming after one of the little ones, and she just throws a blanket over it, and it stops moving.
Blocking the photosynthesis.
Yeah, they're not animals, they're plants.
That seems like something that would happen in a Metal Gear game. Like, you'd have a dude who fused his DNA with plant DNA, so in order to defeat him, you have to block his photosynthesis.
That's right, Snake. I used photosynthesis in order to defeat you.
Photosynthesis?
Yes, it's the power of harnessing sunlight and turning it into energy.
Sunlight. Energy.
Yes, Snake. How can you beat me when the very sun is against you? Ha ha ha.
The sun?
Snake.
Otacon.
Snake, it looks like you'll have to block out the sun in order to beat him. But
Block?
how could you do that?
Block out the sun.
Snake, come in. It's me, Colonel Campbell.
Colonel. Oh.
It looks like there's a shutter in the room that you're fighting in.
A shutter?
If you're able to pull the lever, you can block out the sun for just a little bit of time.
Pull a lever and block out the sun.
Yeah, we made the next Metal Gear game.
Surprise, bitch.
Yeah,
We wrote it
Konami
for
was
Konami.
like, "Hey, how can we do this without Kojima?" And we're like, "I don't know, the writing's pretty easy."
Yeah, just pay us to do it.
Also, we threw in a lot of proper nouns into the story because it's a Metal Gear game, so you get to just mention a bunch of proper nouns. Like
Proper nouns?
yeah, like I don't know, I'm gonna make up something that sounds Metal Gear.
You're almost there.
The Back Dinosaur Project.
I was part of the photosynthesis blending project.
The Photosynthesis Blending Project.
That's right, Snake. I was blending my DNA with that of the strongest plants of the world. Actually, no, it's an organization, and each member is blended with a different plant.
Or
so,
no, it's an
face me, Venus flytrap.
We are part of the Horus Project.
Ooh, that's good.
The Horus Project. Yes, Horus was a member of the Egyptian gods, specifically the god of the sun.
He is the one who guides us, who gives us our strength.
Our commander, Ra.
Horus gives you
Ra.
strength.
Great, it's like some kind of Egyptian theme park.
Great, it's like I'm in an Egyptian theme park.
So we should kind of get off of Metal Gear.
Yeah, because we could do that for a long
We could do that
time.
all fucking day. But yeah, so
Turns out you gotta block the photosynthesis, and then Zach's like, bitch, I'll do this.
yeah, and it's not too bad. But Kittery and Zach sit down and they have a heart-to-heart talk about she's
I
like,
liked this.
yeah, this was a good scene. She's like, hey, you don't get along with your dad either. And he's like, it shows a flashback where Zach draws a picture of his father, gives it to him. He's like, hey, did you draw this? Oh, thanks. And apparently he has like really dead eyes when looking at his kid.
Yeah, he's like dead eyes, like a doll's
And Zach
eyes.
goes into his office after when he's not there, and he sees the picture crumpled up and thrown into the trash.
Which, like, how fucking lazy do you have to be, man, to not even properly dispose of it?
Yeah, and he's like, some parents don't like their kids. I remember when I gave that to my dad, he was looking at me like he was looking at some kind of doll.
Yeah, it's fine. My dad just doesn't like me. Whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, some parents don't, because I'm Zach, and I'm perfectly logical.
Yep, it's fine.
And she mentioned, he's like, you should go and follow your dream. And she's just like, I can't follow my dream. It's not that easy. And he's like, why? What's your dream? And she's like, my dream is to be your wife. There, I said it. He's like, huh?
Eh?
Yeah, And then he's just like, we're getting married, and she's like, how could you say? She's like, why are you just saying that all of a sudden? He's like, because remember, and he gives the exact date or like month, and it's like
It's July 15th, 2050.
yeah, 2025, and he's like, we promised, remember? And she's like, it just cuts to a flashback of them being little kids, and she's like, you want to get married someday? And he's like, okay.
Yep. And I guess
he was just like, okay, he was, that was legitimate and logical to him.
Yep. And from that point onward, for the rest of his life up to this point, he's just been like, yeah, and we're gonna get married. That's just a thing. It was unexpectedly one-sided.
Yeah, and she's just like, most people like just, don't like count that or anything when they're kids, and he's just like, what? But I've been in love with you this whole time. And she's just like, don't give me your dad's dead eyes.
Don't say that with the dead eyes, Zach. That's weird.
And then Ares updates her log, and she's just like, Camp B update, Zach and Kittery agreed to get married.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it was a nice scene.
Oh boy.
They're a cute couple, I ship it.
I ship it.
Ship it.
I don't think we even have to ship it.
They ship themselves.
It just is a thing.
Ares or Charse, or Ares or Kanata.
Also, that's tasty.
I mentioned to Ian last week or a few days ago, that during the opening, Ares is the only name that's upside down, and Ares backwards is Sarah.
Yeah,
who is the name of Charse's childhood friend.
And I know 100% that the same voice actress just does the same voice for both of them.
It is the same voice actress. It's I forget how to say it.
Yeah, it's
Minori Iori Minose. I don't know.
This is going on the internet. You don't want that out there.
I don't want to mess up her name.
Exactly.
She does a lot of good characters. She's Rhaenys right now. I am a big fan of her work.
And
I'm sorry, I don't know how to remember how to say her name.
And Charles is even like, she was like you, Ares.
I will come back next week remembering how to say it.
Good. But all that fun shit happens, and then they go and they find all the bad shit, and then a big bad plant comes up.
Yeah.
And
Kanata does his decathlon thing and just...
It's time for Kanata to save the day, because he always has to save the day.
And they all leave the planet, and this is where shit gets real. They end up, she ends up, the lady that they saved, she's like, oh, are you two are sisters, right? And they're like, yeah, but we're not blood related. And she's like, really? You look exactly alike.
'Cause they do.
And everyone finally is just like, yeah, we've all been thinking that. They look exactly alike. And then
how crazy would it be?
Yeah, what if they were actually sisters? And Kittery's like, I could kind of see my mom having a secret child that she left with a friend.
Which is a very unsettling realization to have. But anyway, she decides they're going to do DNA testing.
Because Zach's like, we can just do the DNA test. And Kittery's like, but what if she is my actual little sister? She's like, then I won't be able to stop myself from dotting over her.
And
because when she wasn't my official little sister, I was just a bitch to her.
Yeah, it's fine.
And Zach does
smash cut to Zach in the pitch darkness of the lab,
and he's holding his head. And he's like, I never noticed. He's like, this is too insane.
Nani?
And he talks to Kanata, and it's just the two of them in the dark in the in the bridge.
Because everyone knows that intrigue happens in the dark.
True. Every time he's talked to Kanata about something,
it's always in the fucking dark.
Yeah.
He even goes to test the DNA, and he does it with the lights off.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bud?
And he ends up talking to Kanata, and he's like, hey, shouldn't Kittery and Funi hear about this first? And he's like, listen, I did the DNA test. It's true. They're not unrelated. They're the same person.
As soon as she was like, let's do DNA testing, I was like, they's gonna be fucking clones.
They's gonna be clones.
We're gonna get clones up in this bitch.
We gotta get clones all up in this show now.
We got clones. And I spent the rest of the episode just being like, when are you gonna tell me they're clones? Come on.
Well, good thing you didn't have to wait too long in the rest of the episode, because he says it right immediately after.
Yeah. What if they ended on that cliffhanger with him just being like, they're not unrelated, and then just cut to black?
Yeah, they're clones.
Are they? Oh, yeah.
We got clones up in this bitch. We got clones up in this bitch.
This show, like, nonstop every episode is like, what kind of crazy cliffhanger can we hit our viewers with this week?
Have we ever had a moment where it just...
No. No, we have not.
It's like, all right, it's the end of the episode, pulls a gun on another character. It's the end of the episode, there's a traitor among us.
It's the end of the episode. You say you were in bio class, Charles, but I don't remember you.
And I have a photographic memory. It's the end of the episode. They're clones. It just doesn't stop.
It literally does not stop. It also, Luca makes a good meta joke where he's like, sometimes things aren't as clear, you know? Like, am I a man or a woman? Is it one thing or another thing? And then he's like, a sci-fi anime or a comedy anime?
I did like that part.
And Kanata is like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's like, sometimes things can be both.
Yeah, why not be both? And I was like,
sci-fi comedy.
That's some good meta writing right there. I like that. I like this show.
It's a fantastic series.
Normally, I feel like...
It's a good sci-fi that is in it. Listen, it's a sci-fi with teenagers, and there's no mecha.
Yeah, it's
I feel
great.
like that's rare as shit.
It's great. And I feel like for just about any other show, if every episode ended on a cliffhanger in any other show, it would grate on me.
Yeah,
super
it
hard.
would be annoying, but I think because we've set up at the beginning that it's a broader mystery, and every cliffhanger is more of us getting more clues to the mystery.
Yeah.
Because we know at the beginning they were launched out into space, and we have no idea why, and they're all somehow connected in a way they don't understand. And every cliffhanger is almost us getting more and more of the connections.
Yeah, it's not just like, is this the answer to our mystery?
It's like us finding out they're clones gives us one step closer to finding out, all right, why were 2 clones sent out into space?
Yeah. Shit. Good week, guys. Good week.
Good week. Astra, fantastic as always.
10 out of 10.
I really enjoyed the Charles stuff going on with Sacred Beasts.
Yeah, I like Charles because she's developed as a character, which is nice. I like when characters develop and change and grow.
I hate when characters develop.
Okay,
I like them
Devin.
I like them to stay static stagnant the whole
okay,
time.
Devin.
I like nothing to progress, nothing changes. It's just a cool badass who never does anything wrong or different.
Calling out Devin and Roland or
Yeah.
Balin Thundergrave.
Yeah, we're calling out our friend and his D&D characters that are always just the same guy.
They're all the same.
Yeah, but no, Fire Force was good this week. I wasn't big on it last week, but I do like the intrigue going on with that.
Yeah.
And Machikaido Mozuku, every episode is just a visual treat.
Every episode is a banger.
Yeah, it's all bangers. Every episode of that there show's a banger.
We should wrap things up because we're nearing the 120 mark.
Yeah.
So, if you liked this episode of the podcast, feel free to drop a like on the video.
And if you want to know when we do another one, hit the subscribe button.
And make sure that you click the notification bell icon to get notifications for when we upload videos.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at Protagonist Seat.
Or you can follow our Facebook page, The Protagonist Seat, on Facebook.
We got lots of places.
We do. We are widespread.
We're on, like, I don't know, Spreaker?
We are on Spreaker. And I'm
puts
actually...
us on, like, Spotify? I don't know.
It does put us on Spotify.
Does that put us on Spotify?
It does. And I'm working towards something a little better for a hosting service. I'm hoping I can...
that only has, like... We just only have, I think, our award episodes on those.
Yes. But I'm hoping by... so that for the fall season, I'm hoping I can have something good.
Yeah, because that's our 1 year.
Yeah, boy.
So
that'll be our little 1 year special thing.
Yeah, we gotta do a special. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll do a special of the specials.
We'll do the Ultimate Cop-Out special, a retrospective, where we'll talk about just the shit we really liked and the shit we really hated.
Yeah, that's an easy one to do too. And you know, if you've been following us, you know we're lazy.
Yep. whatever we can do with the least amount of effort.
Yeah, we don't get paid.
Fuck you. We don't get paid.
Yeah, we're doing this for free.
I don't get paid to drive to Alex's house.
Yeah, we take time out of our Saturday nights to not get paid and talk about stuff we've already watched.
I stay up late Saturday nights when I have to work early on Sunday mornings. So you know what? That just shows that I'm devoted. So you should send us money.
Yeah, send us money. Wire it to us. That's the only way we accept it.
Wire it to the Protagonist seat.
Now,
123 Fake Street.
Don't send us money.
Anytown, USA.
Don't send us money yet, because I would feel bad if we actually got paid for this crap. Like, this isn't worth paying for.
That's true.
This is not a service that deserves money.
That is a valid point.
Also, I feel like I think if you have like something like a Patreon, you have to have like tiers and rewards and stuff.
You do.
I don't. We can barely get it out as it is.
That is a good point.
You get early access to episodes that already come out like sometimes on Wednesday.
Yeah.
When you record this on Sunday or Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although usually
maybe you get like a picture of us giving the thumbs up. That's give like the shittiest rewards.
Hey, do you want a picture? Do you want a JPEG of us giving a thumbs up every week, but we take a new picture every week?
Yeah. Or if you put like, more than $10, we like sing your name in a song.
Sing a song. We do the singing.
Yeah. Yeah. Currently, don't give us money. Just subscribe and tell people about us. That's better than money currently.
Yeah.
Someday money will be better, but not right now.
Not right now. Give us notoriety. You can pay us in notoriety bucks.
Yeah. And then one day we'll like flip the switch and it's like, bam, everything's behind a paywall.
Now everything is paywall. Goodbye.
Yep. See ya. This is
the part where it's over.